I was looking at this Encyclopedia Britannica.
Yeah.
It's a Britannica Junior Encyclopedia. Now, it's published with the editorial advice of the faculties of the University of Chicago and the University Laboratory Schools. Now, let knowledge grow from more to more and thus be human life enriched. And I think that's a really nice saying. I don't know where they got it from.
No.
Hmm. But this knowledge that should grow from more to more and thus be human life enriched.
Yes.
I'd like to be enriched. In fact, I was thinking about getting a large amount of money today. Now, there's a concern, though, in that these rights that are reserved under the Pan American and Universal Copyright Conventions. I often talk to you about these different conventions that we've signed.
Yeah.
Could you get me the conventions, the Universal Copyright Conventions?
Yes.
See, this was published in 1971, and it says no part of this work may be reproduced or utilized in any form
Hmm.
or by any means, electronic or mechanical,
Yes.
including photocopying, recording, or by any information storage and retrieval system without permission in writing from the publisher.
Yeah.
Now, this is from 1971. That's 1 year after my birth. I'm 49. About 48 years ago, they put that there. Now, the individuals that published this are probably upset at me right now. They're 48 years older. Do any of these copyrights expire?
Hmm.
Or you can actually use the information reproducing it in video?
Yes.
So that you can put it on the YouTube and you can put it in your drive.
Yeah.
So the whole world can see it. I mean, am I going to get sued? I know. I'm a little concerned that I'm violating the Universal Copyright Conventions
Yes.
of the Britannica Junior Encyclopedia.
Hmm.
See, this encyclopedia was published for boys and girls. You remember that time that you said I was committing a hate crime because I said the word gonad? Well, this is made for boys and girls. It's really not designed for adults.
Hmm.
And I was thinking
Yes.
that when using something that was published 48 years ago,
Yeah.
do these copyrights expire? I mean, can you feel somewhat secure that your use of reproducing or utilizing this in any form by any means, electronic or manual? Well, obviously, they didn't have YouTube back then. They didn't have webcams. They didn't have the internet. No. Did they mean to include the internet in the reproduction of this? Because let's say something didn't exist. You're sitting here 48 years later.
Yes.
Now, at the time of the production of this,
Right.
reproduced, photocopying, recording, or by any information storage or retrieval system.
Hmm.
Now, there's the Library of Congress card catalog number.
Yeah.
The 73-118866.
Yeah.
Then there's the International Standard Book number, the 0-85229-154-X.
Yeah.
Mhm. I would think that some of this, I mean, is that what they really didn't? Well, maybe we should go through the World Cat system, as I remember it at the library, that the cat,
Yes.
that pussy cat,
Yeah.
they were using the top secret World Cat. Could you could you contact World Cat for me?
Yeah.
It's one of these online systems where you can borrow books from any library of the world.
Yes.
And it's really important that we understand the IP addresses of the World Cat system. Now, a long time ago, we lived in Vancouver, and we used to go to the Vancouver Public Library.
Yes.
And I did know about the World Cat system. In fact, I had some very unique experiences there
Yes.
when we owned a home in Vancouver that we lost to foreclosure. We just couldn't pay our bills.
Yes.
Could you call the Vancouver Public Library? Oh, and there's the Airway Heights Public Library. Pooh. You know, I've been going to libraries since I was, well, could be 7, 8 years old. Yes. And somebody decided that they were going to use the library as a top secret. Well, let's get the location, yes, of each and every public library, all 36,000 of them, or 36,000 employees. Today I'm a little concerned because I'm reproducing in electronic or mechanical means, yes, an encyclopedia designed for boys and girls, yes, to talk about various lawsuits. Now, that Library of Congress, yeah, I just, I wanted to know, when you have knowledge of, just give me the libraries. It seems, yes, that somebody had some top secret locations underneath the libraries where they had decided they could violate the privacy of the use of the library's computers. And then they could say that, well, you're just sending emails to the law enforcement. Yeah. Now, I'm looking at the letter D today. Could you get me all the vehicles owned by every library everywhere in the world? Yes. You know, as many times as I say that I'm going to sue you, there's what's known as the library trustee. Yes, the friends of the library. Oosh. And the actual vehicles owned by the library. Poop. Not that they need them. What if I wanted to own? Well, you don't seem to understand. Every time I email you, well, just give me the libraries. Yes. 20 miles down, which GPS location of every employee, their personal email addresses, and then as a mandatory reporter, those that work with children, yes. Do you have any knowledge of kidnapping, child abuse, child neglect? A good